How about my dearest YouTube friends? Today we are in a new video because yesterday the balance update of two characters came out that we were actually expecting to see if they were going to configure them or change them, they were going to nerf them or something, especially because of Enchantress. And you are talking about Beta Radial. Let's remember that we were able to get it thanks to the 3-month Platinum Pass in, I think it was in summer, no, I don't remember everything now, and also of Chances, that powerful defender who came to literally break the current goal of defense and attack. I would consider that they should improve it, but come on. We are going to read what they want to tell us because we are going to see if they improve them or not. Okay, well, from Beta Raidville burst into the contest equipped with a trio of new abilities: Spray, to remove the armor to all technological characters, Firmness and Courage, and a unique gameplay style that allows players to channel the power of Stormbreaker and its potential assault of damage. That is true, because the truth is that I really like the gameplay of Reveal because of the issue of having to, for example, put high voltages and then maintain the blow strong so that he comes forward and has his knocks too and do brutal damage. While Beta Reveal's damage cycle isn't at its best on battlefields, it has had a lot of success in alliance warfare with its utility aligning favorably with a handful of top tech defenders. Here I do have to say that it seems to me that the RNG has the highs. What Beta Ravel is putting are very few and they are only with weak blows. Therefore I would consider that they should touch it to increase that probability with weak attacks, or directly put it in all their taps. We'll see what they tell us. We're also glad to see Beta Radial thriving in longer fights. That is true because I have seen it in operation in quite a few long fights, and the truth is that it does develop well, but for example for me it is not as such. So good for those long fights, where he has the space to prepare his attack and his opponent can get electrocuted. Vill's threats as a defender have a fairly low impact, and we were also seeing this reflected in his performance so far without exception. Do you notice that highlight Beta Reveal will stay as it is? Well, here it bothers me a little that Beta Reveal stays as it is. Well, what I have told you, because those high voltages that it puts on have very little, so to speak, of appearance RNG. Therefore, in the end, his base damage is due to the more high voltage handicaps you put on the opponent to get to super attack 2 and launch him with the hard hit, holding him and launching sub attack 2 for when they come at you. So I consider that here they should have changed it, increasing that RNG so that it is much easier to remove that potential damage from Beta Rabil. As a defender, as always, he has never been a not so good, so to speak. So in this case happened because we know that bringing in Reveal is more like an attacker, and that the threats, that is that they were happy that right now, well, they were happy to see him in battle, and that it was not right now the battlefield as per excellence to revisit the battlegrounds. Well, it's not shining. So, folks, where is the character going to shine? I guess in the axe they can shine in the future 9.2 or something, but to me he's not as powerful a character as other cosmic characters. The truth is that I am quite disappointed here because I really like Beta Rebel as a character. In fact, I really like the gameplay and so on, but I consider that adjusting a couple of things like those high voltages that have a greater appearance bothers me a little. But hey, we can't do anything anymore. Beta Sheepfold is not going to undergo changes, and for me, it is already considered a semi-god tier worth of god tier is no longer going to rise because it's used, as I said, the previous monthly TRL is in the Excel that we have. I consider that his performance has dropped a lot in all battle game modes, therefore Beta Reveal is left a little behind and in the end will not receive any type of changes. Let's see with Enchantress, because here is a rather long text now that those who tell us about her. The new Battle Real Sorceress aim to add a new high-level defensive threat to the Mystic class. They have achieved it, I also have to tell you. The truth is that I wear my Enchantress in rank 3 and many people find it difficult in Butter. Does Gross fulfill her role as a defender, and knowing that she is a defender? Well, surely not. The attack has to be a little bit worse. I think they should improve the attack, Let's see what they tell us at the same time, that it was a strong attack option in longer fights where players have the track to exercise their spellcasting skills. Here we are already starting to bother me a little what Kaban is saying here, because the truth is that for long fights it seems torture to me to take singers. There are much better characters to play that have that strength for long fights, and I consider casting spells to be a total boredom. I don't like gempling at all with those spell casts. I have to say it. In fact, that's why it's one of the reasons why I haven't brought you a video of the Chandrako. That makes me lazy. Tremendously brutal to record such a long gameplay. Defensive enchanter spells in adjurative cast, consolidated combination pressure incoming attackers to quickly adapt their game plan or suffer the punishment of their damage reflex. This will be talking about the defense. It seems perfect to me actually. They have got a very good defender, and I know and tell you that she has become a totally current goal. Enchantress, it quickly became a staple defensive element in battleground decks. Real, just like mine. I got it. In fact, I went in flower for it from 6, but then we got it from 7 stars and upgraded it because it is a piece of beast with high adoption rates and strong defensive performances to match them. Its distribution of confrontations and overall effectiveness here is positive and is aimed at its objectives. Okay, so that's it. She said she wanted to make a brutal defender, and in this case they have achieved it with Mystic Singers. Let's see the attack if they touch it, because it looks like they're not going to touch it. As we continually see players adapt to the confrontation with a variety of champions of the science class. Indeed, that is his most direct objection. For example, Photoni Enchantress also has O with Elefaria Enchantress. He has also found some nasty spots on the Alliance war map, such as heavies with his transmutation spells. It seems to me, of course, that the spells thing seems disgusting to me. That is, as a great defender, when I have had to face her, it seems to me that God is a pain in the ass, literally ending her, and that makes her a good defender. Now it reminds me a little of a snake, not to that great extent, okay, but it is a little complicated. For example, when one has a stun or an anti-stun node, being able to hit him hard, being able to intercept him and so on, make his moment complicated. And in response, we are also seeing that players exercise their creativity and skills to counteract it. Overall, his defensive impact on goal has been spot on, and we are happy with how he has performed so far. Perfect. They're happy. So defensively, they're not going to change it. As mentioned earlier in Enchantress, he thrives when he has the ability to accumulate his spells, and we are happy to see this reflected in his use and performance as an attacker. Buah, it's over here. It's bothering me again. Like I said before, it can't be that you need. I have tried 6 spells, that is, I have not recorded the video, I have not brought it, but I have been able to try the Kingdom of Legends, the Labyrinth of Legends, and it seems totally disgusting to me to have to be throwing maybe 6 times Super Take 1 with its spells, with its arrows and so on, and now throw Super Take 2 to do damage, and it is not absurdly gross damage either. So I don't know, they should have touched it a little bit in attack, because I think what they are saying is not going to be touched by recent missions and challenges like our Pain Season missions. And the challenges of Necropolis have given summoners plenty of room to take advantage of their flexibility and control. When you get the power, there will be no changes to Enchantress C, no changes for Enchantress. This bothers me quite a bit because I haven't really seen anyone, but really no one in the Necropolis challenges take even Enchantress. To be able to move his objectives from those on the steps of Necropolis, for example. I don't like it at all, but it is also true that in the end, if you play a rough defender, you can't increase her attack much because otherwise she will explode. In other words, let's remember that although they improve him as an attacker, those spells may influence in a certain way, which in defense makes it have to do much more damage, therefore it is in this case harmful to finish. So I'm happy. I wouldn't like Enchantress to have obtained a faster form as an attacker, for example. As far as I know, he makes an exception in his abilities as an attacker. Instead of winning only 1 spell, he wins 2 every time you throw it. For example, I made it up, huh? Would that seem like a brutal improvement because that's how you would get it? So do. at least competitive with Enchantress in medium and short fights, but in this case it is for long fights, which is not even that. I already tell you that there are many better characters than Enchantress to give long content, and I already tell you that I have not seen literally anyone's challenges in Necropris using Enchantress as a challenge. So well, the truth is that good, and what continues is that it condemns Faris until mid-February. So the truth is that I have been left a little bittersweet taste of these balance updates. I don't know, Meta Revin, yes, it would be worth touching a little on the high voltage RNGs and Enchantress to improve the issue of spells, for example, beating them by 2 in the fights themselves as an attacker, so that they develop better in medium and so many fights, but in medium and short fights, sorry, and not only in long fights. But hey, that's how things are in Enchantress. It's going to be a god tier as always. As a defense, she is one of the best defenders that is currently in the game, and Betara Deville remains in a semi-god tier because of that low RNG, leaving auto voltages to be able to disarm well. So nothing, friends. Well, with this, we finish the video now, okay, because let's remember that later we have another video of the ascents that I have very good ranks 3 to show you. So friends, you have always liked the video, suggest where you are, and see you in others videos. Bye bye.